Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to this channel. Let's see which zodiac sign needs the next reading the most at this time. All right. Aries, welcome back, Aries. People and placements. Let's dive in. Let's start off with a bit of chakra. I hope you're having a nice holiday vibe. Aries, people and placements. This could be a conflict that you might have with somebody or other. This could be about a Sagittarius or some power dynamics, power control, tactics, seeing a bigger perspective regarding some kind of death rebirth situation. Yeah, this could be a relationship, Libra energy here. Tell us more for Aries. Messages for Aries, people and placements. Most important vital messages for the Aries collective audience watching this reading. Aries energy. It could be a new beginning in your sense of empowerment as well, your own self-power. Like you could be reflecting on a dog, or maybe you've had a dog in the past. Yeah, this could be about like a family situation as well, like a family member. There could have been some communication with this person. Man's best friend, faithful and true, his soul he'd lend in trust to you. A pat on the head delights the old boy and rewards you with greater loyalty and joy. So this is about your connections and about how to have more positive connections. Aries, people and placements, most important vital advice for Aries. Thank you. Chop wood, interesting. Kind of coming out sideways. So let's just see. Are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, and desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign you might be devoting too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the chair and make things happen, so just take the risk, right? You eventually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you begin taking incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, take 1 step towards the gods, and they take 10 towards you. So working with your deities, studying, like if you're getting any symbolism or anything like that that's leading you to working with certain deities that could be relevant, or just kind of learning about certain things that you feel drawn to, using your instincts, your intuition, we get guided in that way. This could be about your work, health as well, coming into greater power in that sense as well. A death rebirth, a kind of cleansing to bring in more abundance type vibe, right? Willing to shed some things. Yeah, there's some repetitive karmic cycle. This could even have roots in previous lifetimes as well. Maybe something here like unpredictable happened, or there was just a lot of ego, or like something about like give and take dynamics could be part of this as well. This could also be about shared finances. But let's continue. We're going to get some tarot as well. Aries, people and placements. Most important vital messages to explain Aries' situation to the audience. Knight of Cups. So this could be something you're emotionally tied to. Um, Something about like learning more about nature and like the cycles of nature, like astrology in general, maybe your own birth chart, like nakshatras. You can do that on Google by searching AstroSeek Indian Vedic sidereal birth chart and using the whole sign house system in the settings section. When you enter it in and scrolling to the bottom, you can find your nakshatras there. If you don't know your time of birth, give an estimate, right? You can still see a lot of key vital ones, especially from your birthday, like your sun nakshatra. And you can always retroactively look through the previous month's transits on YouTube and see which are the 12 most aligned with you to get you an approximate rising sign, which can determine the approximate range of your birth time, right? This could be something about finances as well, something about like maybe a lack of passion in some regard towards something. This could be about give and take dynamics. They have a lack of appreciation, I want to say, or a lack of passion regarding. Yeah, somebody here is not talking, or maybe somebody's keeping something quiet about their finances. Somebody feels sad about something here. This could be what's causing this kind of lack of passion as well, and a lack of equal give and take dynamics, or this could be about career or finances in general. Yeah, somebody needs to go through a rest period, kind of reflect. You can see how she's sitting on the lion, just kind of reflecting. The lion can represent the ego, right? We have Mars and Leo still in retrograde, so it's not really a good time to kind of put our, like, Mars and Leo can be very egotistical, right? Mars is where we find conflict, right? Mars also rules you guys. It rules that kind of the building of the sun, that kind of burst forth, the kind of roar, right? That sun rising in a new season, a new cycle in the spring. So It could be, this is a time for planning, reflecting. Not a lot is going forward right now, right? We still have Mercury, which rules communication and commerce and contracts, still in its retrograde shadow. We're in literally a Saturn rules season. Saturn rules pausing, stopping completely, not expending energy where it need not be, right? Being very calculative and high minded, willing to cut things off, willing to not repeat cycles, willing to become more mature. If we don't take control of cycles or our life, then the external circumstances will take control of us, right? So, um, somebody's blinded here, is a little bit in denial, perhaps, even, I would say. Yeah, this could be about a family situation or a real estate situation as well, like a lack of strength in that area, maybe a lack of self esteem. You might want to check out which nakshatra rules your fourth house of real estate as well, or your family, because you can see like the kind of themes that might play out in your family. Um, but interesting. Alrighty, so I'm going to pull. Let's see, what are we going to pull? Let's do an Egyptian to start. Aries, people and placements. Aries most perseverance, Neath. Okay. Something here about like a nest or like a purity, a level of purity. If you're going towards some new beginning, you can see how much white she's wearing. So there is a need to kind of get pure, get clear, right? Especially regarding finances or your home, um, or your power dynamics or shared finances or your health and your self value. Most importantly, definitely. Genesis in the bottom. Interesting. Okay, let's pull you guys a piece of advice for our beautiful Aries. Aries is most important vital advice. Aries people and placements. What is this? Vision. To find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. Like gnosis, tapping into gnosis, doing like meditations, maybe hypnosis with Michael Seeley's videos on YouTube. Let's see. This could be about like what you envision your family or home life, your real estate to be, or communicating about that. And there could be like relationships or marriages that are part of this as well. Maybe reflecting on those things. Enlightenment, okay. Yeah. This is more about focusing on yourself. Now is the time to retreat into the inner workings of your own being. The answers you seek can be found within inner knowing or a part of you that does not speak with words, so your instincts, intuitions, right? We have a lot of kind of like Jupiter square Saturn during Christmas and a lot of intense energy and yeah, so you want to be cognizant of that and channel it in a productive way. You are being guided to feel your way through the situation rather than losing, interesting, logic or reason. Maybe there's a reason you lost something or you're losing something is because you're not relying on your instincts or your intuition. So you're missing, like, it's giving like somebody that lacks to see the bigger picture, right? You may not understand the feelings you have at first, but your soul knows and will continue to guide you to where you cannot see with physical eyes. So like astral projection, stuff like that. Now is the time for action. Now is not the time for action. This will come later. So maybe you think it's the time for action, but it definitely will happen in later January. A lot is still kind of retrograde, right? We've got Mars and Jupiter in retrograde, amongst others, I'm sure. So for now, be still and meditate, visualize, and spend time with yourself, preferably in nature. Pulling vision means it's time to start relying on your own knowledge and advice. Seek others for counsel, but strain the words of others through your intuition. Feel it and try it on to see if it truly aligns with your soul. Vision guides you to go with the flow, much like the sudden vision. You must allow inner being to show you where it needs to go. Yeah, this is something about like past lives, right? There could be spirits or angels, or ask for their help, right? Invite them into your life, have an altar, make offerings, work with them, have a good relationship with them. Dreams, daydreams, and fantasies hold significant meanings during this time. Some people even believe our present day, when you're awake, is actually an illusion, right? And it's the dream state, that state that's between death and in sleep, that's the essence of the form, right? Any atom can become any other element just through vibration alone, right? So it kind of does make sense that we'd be like in a hologram. This is about how you communicate as well. There could be a new mindset that has to come about as well, in the way that you communicate with yourself and manifest your reality, and that will bring more stability and a better, stronger basis to your life as well. In ceremony, you conjure devotion so deeply it reflects thy worship into yourself, which makes sense. You're going to magnetize with all that self love. Um, yeah, it keeps repeating. Okay, let's see what we can get from that. Ceremony isn't just about magic or manifestation. It's about a moment to channel power and send intention into the spiritual world. So that's why your thoughts and your words create reality, right? Thoth, the god of Thoth, the Egyptian god of Thoth, where thought comes from. but it's also a moment to yourself. The devotion of the things that are most important to you. They say actually on on New Year's or near New Year's, right before New Year's, you want to like make sure your house is clean to invite in good energy, right? You want to make sure that you have things around you that kind of because it's kind of such an important like transitionary period um, that support the year that you want to have. Like for example, leaving a suitcase on your doorstep shows that you might want to take trips this year, and that could mean that could be manifesting that into your life by doing things like that. Or if you want more wealth, to kind of do things like that. So maybe you can do Google research or whatever on ceremonies or rituals for New Year's or manifesting or creating a better reality going forward that can help you as well. Vision boards also are great, or like even just listening to like looking at edits of the life that you want to live or people that inspire you. While there is a certain power in elaborate spiritual workings, know that magic is available to you in the small moments of each day. You have found yourself a stone circle today because you've been living too fast. So if you're rushing, if you're trying to force something, this is probably going to backfire. You could be repeating things, right? Because we're rushing, rushing, rushing. We don't see like a better way to do something. You're being guided to see the small magic and notice the blessings, and that's not your fault, right? You know, Aries is ruled by Mars, which is a very aggressive energy. It gives you a lot of energy, a lot of stamina. That's why it rules war and sex, right? So it's important to channel those in like ways that are beneficial to you, that are empowering, not that are aggressive, right? You're being guided to see the small magic and notice the blessings, signs, and energy that's swirling around you. You'll know the small magic by the way it makes you feel. You may notice it in the warm smile of a child or the sudden fragrance of a nearby flower. I'm also seeing somebody journaling, so maybe that's a good slow down practice for you. Or perhaps your favorite song has been playing in the background and only now it just caught your ear. Any moment that grabs hold of you can be a ceremony of mindfulness and rest. Additionally, seek ways to invite more ritual into daily life, as doing so is an invitation to awaken the subtle energies around you and an opportunity to connect with your own spiritual power. hmm Beautiful, beautiful. Because spirits support those who are like positive, that are kind, that are looking to grow, that are looking to improve, right? This could be like new friends, new organizations as well that are potential here as well as you let go of old ones or as you let go of old. I don't know. I feel like yeah. Okay. You could also be dealing with Sagittarius, so there could be like a connection with that person or other, maybe Aquarius energy here as well. Let's grab you a juicier message for Aries. Aries, people and placements. Any messages from this pile for Aries? I feel like somebody here is overly competitive. So you want to be aware of that. Not waste your energy on things that are not actually going to lead to your goals or desires. We have lazy, low effort, breadcrumbing, realization, boundaries. So maybe somebody here was just like trying to use somebody or other here. Let's see what else we've got. Aries, messages for Aries. We have don't allow others to block your dreams. Don't allow others to block your dreams. These could be like feminines around you as well, or some kind of feeling. Um, hmm. I think that dream or hypnosis could be really beneficial for you. So if you feel called to look on YouTube for Michael Sealy's, Sealy's hypnosis videos, like clearing negativity or clearing the slate type hypnosis sessions, those can be really good to get you into that. Like if you're not good at meditation, that could be really helpful, especially if you're like really fast or energetic or whatever. And also check out your other placements in your chart, like your Saturn placements or ways you can tap into the energy more easily. Aries. It's a great time to do it, honestly, because Jupiter squares Saturn, which we have currently right now. Jupiter rules our spiritual beliefs. Saturn rules are kind of slowing down, or kind of and are pull back and are actually building the foundations for strong life. That's why we cannot rush anything. When we rush, we don't build solid foundations. We don't think long term. And when you have that square dynamic between them, that's a really it's like a steam engine. So we can really use these planets at this time. I feel like we have Kevin Costner here. You could be dealing with an older masculine or maybe a Capricorn. Fake flexing, interesting. hmm Family wealth in the reverse. Somebody's concerned about their family wealth or concerned about their finances in general. Life threatened by best friends with selfish intent. Interesting. So do be careful. Yeah, this could be people that are looking at somebody like a meal ticket or something like that, is what I'm sensing. Yeah, be the mother of my children. Exactly. They might want to hook you in to kind of hook you onto like a slave sentence type vibe. But let's see, Aries. Most important vital advice, please, for Aries people and placements at this time, Aries energy. Time for a beginner mind. So this is about finances and or power dynamics and your family. There could be a death rebirth in that area. And this is going to somehow lead you to greater self-esteem, greater self-love, which will allow you to attract more goodness towards you. Maybe we'll read 48. All right, so 1441 was on the clock when I unpaused it. When Porcupine Spirit calls your name, you're being asked to adopt a beginner's mind. This makes sense. 14 or 41 both initiate or indicate a new beginning emotionally or in your family or real estate as well. So there could be like a flip-flopperoo type vibe, right? So you're being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old confining stories don't have a hold on you anymore. And that makes sense because we have a transitionary year, 2025, coming up, when a lot of planets are going to be changing their signs, which happens, Uranus happens every 14 years. Or no, sorry, Neptune does. Uranus every 7, I believe. And then Saturn every few years. And then we have Pluto, of course, that just entered for a 20-year stint. So a lot of new energy, a lot of revolutionary energy, a lot of new era type vibes. So a beginner's mind. So you definitely want to see like the transits and how they're aspecting you in 2025. Search up like an astrology report and listen to the Aries one for 2025, right? To get an idea of the transits that are going to be going on. And then if you know more about your chart, definitely look that up too. Because you want to know how to leverage the energy, right? How to operate the most effectively within that. The old confining stories no longer have hold on you. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes helps find what you have been seeking, whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There's so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. So I was sensing there was some kind of defensive energy here, but it's like putting down the defenses, maybe even. This could have been a fight or conflict with your family, egos. But there's an ending to that cycle, definitely here. That's ending. You either got to master it and end it because the devil's coming to collect. So make up your mind if you want to repeat this cycle or not. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Alrighty. Don't operate in fear, right? Faith over fear. Fear is just an illusion. Fear is just power stealing, right? That's low vibration. But let's continue. Let's get you action steps. Aries is most important vital actions to align them. Yeah, somebody here could have been quite ruthless or malicious or plotting even, but you need to bring more stability to your life, especially if you've moved through any kind of chaos or challenge or something about power dynamics or shared finances. There's a need to kind of sew in the cracks of the foundation, fix things, right? You might be literally fixing things around your house as well. Yeah, manifesting the magician here. You can make your imagination real. So combining all the elements in the most balanced way as well, creative power, skill, adaptation, originality, and self-confidence. Beautiful, especially if you're looking to move or anything like that, or there's some kind of family situation. Just make sure you're not doing this in like a hurried way, because this is not going to be supported right now, especially with Mars in retrograde. So let's grab you a Kali card. Aries people and placements. Thank you. Beautiful. So not very aggressive, for a Kali card. Lalita Tripura Sundari here. Yeah, it's funny. 18. We're ending your reading on the 18, the same card we pulled to begin it, which could be, look up the number 18, but basically it's death, rebirth energy. It's a new beginning for yourself, taking your power back and willing to end patterns that aren't benefiting you anymore, right? It's giving Ganesha vibes as well. Like maybe you're looking to start something as well and you want obstacles and negativity to be cleared. So setting yourself up for success will be beneficial in that positive, emanating from that golden light heart space. If you need protection as well, always emanate that love, that light, that love, that golden white light out, right? With luminous grace, she plays her ways into our hearts, softening hardness and despair, awakening the remembrance of light, love, and joy. No matter what you have experienced, your heart will be cleansed and released from the ugliness, sorrow, and pain. Negative karmic legacies, which we saw something from like past life, repeating lessons, something like that, will be cleared. So this is the time to learn, to master something, to become the leader of your life, to mature, right? To not repeat things. To control ourselves, not others, right? Our divine sister goddess invites you to recognize her golden restorative beauty shining within your heart. Cultivate that which is worthy of such beauty. So also like making your house nice or getting nice things, or art, or flowers, or things, just like rearranging things. For this is your essential nature. Gracefully release everything else with dignity. This is a reminder to play. Her sadhana or practice asks us to cleanse and heal our minds so that we don't become consumed or overwhelmed by suffering or ugliness happening in our world. Without denying the dark side of human nature, we look through the inner eye to see what is happening at the spiritual level. So this is a time to realize like everything around us is from the essence, right? It's like issues and diseases and health problems or conflicts, they all stem from like spiritual energetic fluctuations and issues and chakras, right? So maybe you want to like look at the symptoms of different chakras out of alignment to help yourself heal. If we look at the inner spiritual truth, we find divine beauty. That is the courage, kindness, and selflessness, generosity, love, and strength that humans develop and express in response to their problems. Interesting, selflessness. So yeah, not trying to force anything or anyone. Everybody's got their own path, their own karmic path. Everything's predestined, right? Lalita is the power of to recondition the mind away from agony and into delight. This doesn't require changing the world, but rather seeing it differently. Instead of seeing humanity as victimized, weak, ego driven, or wounded, we can affirm humanity as a collective of spiritual brave souls willing to incarnate and grow during a challenging time of spiritual obscuration on earth. There is divine beauty and boldness of spirit. Internally, the shift from despair to awe, changing our chemistry along with our consciousness, as that takes place, we begin to vibrate energetically at the higher frequency. Challenges are recognized as the means through which blessings are activated. So if you are going through challenges with people or family or whatever, this is to actually make you kind of change your inner frequency and manifest a greater reality going forward. This kind of intense energy we have during Christmas with the astrological transits is kind of setting us up for the gumption and the drive to make the changes necessary that maybe we haven't been able to do for a long time. The mindset of the warrior fighting against darkness can shift into the mindset of the priestess, facilitating an increasing presence of spiritual light on earth. Same world, same circumstances, but different approach, interpretation, and response, which in turn leads to a different experience and future. Interesting. Sometimes we need the darkness, the feistiness of Kali, and the warrior spirit. Yet other times, the lightness of the heart. And I always think we should go towards our opposite zodiac sign for you. So for you guys, that would be Libra, balancing, right? Yet at other times, the lightness of heart, the delighted mind, and the buoyant spirit are what will open the way. Yeah, that kind of gracefulness. When we force things, we can't get the sword out of the stone, right? When we're very light, when we have faith, everything's at ease because we're not rushing, we're not forcing things, we're not operating in an insecure way. For life to happen, we need both night and day, winter and summer, and everything in between. Lalita is the reminder to give due honor to brightness and light, especially if we have been dealing with a lot of darkness. The ending of a truly difficult time is near, as soon as you're ready to make it near, right, to ending, right? But some of it is astrological transits, of course. As a spiritual shift from the dark night of the soul into something of a golden era, it is a promise of release into beauty and grace. Do your work to orient yourself, to shift your inner being to be ready. What would it be like to dispense with worry and dwell in the continual infusion of golden grace? Golden grace, that manifesting right there, right? This is the way of Lalita. Be open to experiences of rest, pleasure, and beauty, which elevates the frequency and helps you discover new solutions to old issues. Lalita helps the mind break free from poverty consciousness and the belief in lack. Inner healing and transformation manifest through playful energies. We become able to find delight and joy once more, and that manifests in our reality because we feel that, and our external reality is a direct reflection of our inner one, right? So, hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe. You can get a personal by messaging me on Telegram. You can leave a tip through the Buy Me a Coffee link. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Thank you for your support. I hope you have a nice holiday season. Take care.